Hello, if you don't know me yet, my name is Michelle and I'm a designer based in Indonesia. I've been freelancing for almost 7 years now, and I first got my hands on Adobe Illustrator back in my first year of senior high. I have a deep love for both coffee and designing, and currently studying in Tokyo, Japan. So here's how Artsbyemde started. The 2020 pandemic was a tough time for everyone, as we were all forced to stay at home. However, for me, it kickstarted my career as a freelance graphic designer. I began posting Adobe Illustrator tutorials because I wanted to share how cool of an app it is. It led to gaining an audience and eventually landing my first client. This continued for months with me accepting 4 until 5 clients a day. Call me crazy, but I was so bored being stuck at home that I was able to finish all of them in a day. Then came my first ever high school graduate job. As the pandemic gradually became a major issue and people started going outside with their masks, I landed a 1-month project, which was my first ever 3-digit project or 7 digits in EDR. Since high school, I've been compiling my portfolio for around 3 years and posting client works on Artsbyemde. Eventually, after an interview with the owner, I secured the project. I think it was because I was able to use AutoCAD and my 3D portfolio. Even if they were just basic, that helped me get a job. So it was my first time working under a mentor every day to create a restaurant branding and launch in Jakarta. However, this first real job made me realize that the pressure and time consumed truly changed me. While I learned most of my soft skills here, working with the team for the first time just isn't my fit. That was the moment I knew I wanted to specialize in branding design. My design teacher, or you can call him a mentor, entrusted me with his branding project for his client. It was the first time I learned about branding guidelines or even branding itself. Habitat, a co-owned rental house for students who want to live in a shared rental house. It was my first time exploring a lot of logo designs, concepts, and eventually learning that a branding design could take days and weeks. Coming up with a concept did take a lot of time. I did a lot of logo drafts back then and came up with concepts that matched the brand itself. The client loved my concept, and it made me realize how fun branding design is, and putting them up in a branding guideline, even if my layout was a mess back then. This branding project ignited in my interest in branding. Here's what I learned. There will always be a time for everyone, and it's essential if you want to be a graphic designer to compile a substantial portfolio to showcase your strength and gain clients to work together. Never give up and keep practicing. As we all know, nothing significant happens overnight. I didn't even know that this journey would turn into a freelance graphic design journey. I would tell my 18-year-old self to never stop learning and doubting herself. Since we have made this far as an independent freelance designer, and also proud to have built Artsbyemde and the design community out there.